Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, very good. Now this time, Teacher Mark will try to conduct 45-minute class for today, okay?
Okay,
Okay, now before we start, let me ask you, how are you?
I'm good today.
Hey, did you eat your dinner?
I just ate my dinner outside,
Ah.
so I forgot to join the class.
Okay, that's why you forgot to join the class tonight, am I correct?
I I go to learn basketball until 7 o'clock, and then I go to eat close at a place near there, so I forgot.
Okay, that's nice. How about your dinner? Are you done eating your dinner?
Yes, I am.
What was your dinner?
I eat noodles.
Noodles. What else aside from noodles?
And like other
Other fruit? You mean fruit?
food.
Food. Ah, what kind of food aside from noodle?
Um, like octopus.
Oh, octopus. You mean octopus? That's nice. Okay, this time we will try to continue our discussion that we had yesterday. Okay, now let me ask you, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, very good. Now it seems that you are such a good student because I observe that most of the lesson material, you answered it very well. Based on our previous discussion, some of the words you pronounce it correctly. At the same time, based on the questions of Teacher Mark, it seems that you are really good in the English language. Okay, for this time, let's try to continue our discussion. Tell me if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see your screen now.
Okay, very good. Now, yesterday we are done with this part. You read all of these words. At the same time, you put the words in a row in a word mountain. For this part, let's try to continue this discussion. We are now in lesson one. For us to be able to know some of the words, we have here one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. We have here seven pictures. For these pictures, first is I want you to read all of the words, and then afterwards, let's try to complete the sentences below. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, for the first word, for the first picture, what's that?
An envelope.
Okay, an envelope. One more time, say it again.
Envelope.
Okay. Okay, before we proceed, by the way, Ken, before we proceed, I want you to create a sentence out of the word envelope. Can you make one sentence out of the word envelope?
I use an envelope to put a letter into and send to my friend.
Oh, wow, very good. It seems that you're doing good in constructing your sentences. Good job. Okay, for picture number two, what's that? Picture number
Picture
two,
number
what's
two
that?
is a letter.
Letter. Very good. Now, this time, I want you to create a sentence out of the word letter.
I write a letter to my friends.
Okay, I write letters. I read. You mean red, right? Red or right?
I read a. I write
Okay, I write letters to my friends. Very good. How about next word? Can you read that one?
mail.
Mail. Very good. Now try to create a sentence out of the word mail.
I will mail my friend the envelope.
Uh-huh. Very good. Wow. How about to the last to the next picture? What's that?
Mailbox.
A mailbox. Okay, for a mailbox, I want you to create a sentence out of that word.
The mailman put the letter in the mailbox.
Very good. The mailman put the letter on the mailbox. Do you have a mailbox at your home?
No, I don't. Yes, I do. I do. But it's like smaller, not like outside, but it's in it beside a lot of mailbox for each room.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, next word. We have the word. What's that?
Postcard.
Postcard. One more time. Say it again.
Postcard.
Okay. For a postcard, I want you to create a sentence out of the word.
I put a postcard on an envelope.
Okay, I put a postcard on an envelope. Wow, very good. How about the last second to the last word? What's that?
Post office.
Okay, one more time. Say it again. Post office.
Post office.
Okay, for that one, can we make it make a sentence?
Um,
You know what is a post office?
not my mom and my dad don't work at the post office,
One more time. My mom and my dad work at the post office. That's what you mean, right? Am I correct?
but they don't.
Okay, how about
Just
the
saying,
last word?
I'm just saying that, but they don't work at the post office.
Okay. You're just saying that one, but they don't work at the post office, right?
Yes.
Okay, good job. Good sample sentence. Very good. Okay, this time let's try to proceed with the last word. What's that?
Last one is stamp.
Okay, stamp. Very good.
Stamp a stamp on my envelope.
One more time, say it again.
I stamp a stamp on my envelope.
Okay, wow, very good. Okay, this time let's try to proceed in uh reading the sentences, and let's try to complete the sentence. Complete the text with the words from activity one. There are two words you don't need. Okay, you might use this one. We have here the word envelope, letter, mail, mailbox, postcard, post office, and stamp. For activity number two, I want you to read this one, and then afterwards, try to choose the correct words inside the box. Okay? My aunt
My aunt doesn't
doesn't.
send text message or email, but she write a long letter and send it to me every week. I know it's from her because she always uses a green pen to write my name and address on the envelope. My aunt lives at Sri Lanka, and the the stamp from the they often have pictures of birds and animals on there.
I think.
I think they are beautiful. I don't write to her every week, but I always buy a. Um, uh,
Uh-huh.
I always buy uh, a postcard.
Okay. For her, when I go on,
I go to vacation. I I mail.
I mail. For a time, I mail it to her
I mail it to her
on the.
the last day of vacation. Our
Okay,
vacation.
okay, very good. Okay, all of the answers are correct. Good job. Good job, Ken. Okay, for this part, let's try to continue in reading this one. Okay. We have here a picture. Okay, we have here a picture. Now, for this picture, before we're going to read the passage, I want you to observe this one. What can you say about this man? What do you think he is doing? What do
Um,
you think he is
I
doing?
think he's like looking at the old newspaper,
Okay, he is looking at
like
the newspaper.
checking what's on it, checking very
Uh,
closely what's on it.
Very good. He is checking very closely on what is on the newspaper. Okay, for this part, we have here a text about the newspaper. For this part, I want you to read this one, and afterwards, teacher Mark will try to read it again so that you would know how to pronounce the words correctly. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. A message from the past. Can you read that one, please?
A message from the past.
We can.
We can. I thought
Can you read?
you say you read. We
Hello,
can
Ken. Can you?
travel in time. We can talk to people from the past or the future, but we can leave special message for people in the future. Many people have made time capsule. They write letter and put object from their life into a box. Then they bury the box underground. They hope that in the future someone will find their time capsule and will learn about our life today.
There are.
There are now thousands of time capsules underground around the world. In 2014, Pam Hatchfield from the Boston Museum of Fine Art opened the time a time capsule from 1795. It's the oldest time capsule in the US. There's even a time capsule in at South Pole. It's been there since 2002. Near Osaka Castle in Japan, there is a time capsule from 1970. It's been underground for about 50 and it will stay there for 5,000 years. It has more than thousands of objects from Japanese life in one 1960, including some clothes, newspaper and magazine, a postcard, a television stamp, and books. It also has a letter from 9 years old Rin Masayuki. His letter begins, "How are you? People from years 5,000 years from now."
Okay, very good. Okay, this part allow me to read it again. Listen carefully on how I read the words at the same time on how I read the sentences. And afterwards, teacher Mark will try to ask you some questions if you really understood what you have read. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, very good. A message from the past. We cannot travel in time. We cannot talk to people from the past or the future, but we can leave special messages for people in the future. Many people have made time capsules. They write letters and put objects from their life into a box. Then they bury the box underground. They hope that in the future, someone will find their time capsule and will learn about our life today. There are now thousands of time capsules underground around the world. In 2014, Palm Hatchfield from the Boston Museum of Fine Arts opened a time capsule from 1795. It's the oldest time capsule in the US. There's even a time capsule at the South Pole. It's been there since 2002. Near the Osaka Castle in Japan, there is a time capsule from 1970. It's been underground for about 50 years and it will stay there for 5,000 years. It has more than 2,000 objects from Japanese life in the 1960s, including some clothes, newspaper, and magazines, a postcard, a television, a stamp, and a books. It also has a letter from a 9-year-old girl named Rin Masayuki. Her letter begins, "How are you, people of 5,000 years? How are you, people of 5,000 years from now?" Okay, this time. Okay, let me ask you, based on the passage, um, what are the things that was included in the time capsule? Aside from the letter, what else? There are some.
Some clothes, some television is dark.
Okay, very good. There are some clothes. There are some also television. Very good. And aside from that, there are also some stamp. Okay, for the letter of Rin Masuyuki, what was his letter? What was the words written on his paper?
How are you people from of 5,000 years from now?
Okay, very good. If given the chance, Ken, would you like to put a time capsule below or underground? Would you like to do that one?
Yes, I will.
Mm. Why? Why would you like to do that one? Why do you say so?
Yes, it's fun.
One more time.
It's fun.
It's fun. How many years you will get again the time capsule from
I
the
don't know.
time you maybe 10 years, right?
Yes.
If you want to dig on the soil and try to put a time capsule writing all of your wishes in in a paper, maybe 10 years from now you will try to dig that one out and then try to read all of your messages again if your messages came true, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. I hope you can do that one if you have, maybe if you want to, and if you have some extra time. Okay? Okay, now this time let's try to proceed. We have here a chant. Okay, for this chant, instead of singing this one, let's just try to read this one and afterwards. Still, Teacher Mark will try to ask you some few questions if you really understood what you have read. Okay? Okay, there you go. Okay, before we proceed with that chant, we have here. Okay, we have here the grammar box. Okay, now this
Okay.
time teacher Mark will try to teach you about the present perfect tenses with the word for and since. Okay, okay, remember that for and since these are conjunction. Okay, conjunction. You can use this one to better understand and to better remember this one, you may use the mnemonic stands with fanboys. Okay, for fanboys, F stands for, A stands for and, I sorry, A stands for and, N stands for nor, B stands for but, O stands for or, Y stands for yet, and S stands for so. That is the mnemonics of this conjunction so that you would remember it easily. For this part, we'll just try to discuss the present perfect with the word for and with the word since. Okay? Okay, are you still with me, Ken? Can you still hear Teacher Mark? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me? Hello?
I can still hear you.
Okay, very good. Okay, going back, we have here the present perfect tense for the word for and since. Okay, we use the present perfect with for to talk about the length of time. Again, when we say for, meaning to say we are talking about the length of time. But when we are talking about um, point in time, we will try to use since. Again, we are going to use for when we talk about the length of time. But when we are going to use the conjunction since, it is we are talking about the point in time. For an example, we have here two example. For this part, I want you to read the first example and then afterwards, teacher Mark will try to discuss it with you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, for this part, can you read the two examples for, and then afterwards, can you read the two examples for since? Start with for first. It's been
Um, it's it's been under the ground for what's that?
50 years.
50 years. I have lived in Osaka for 3 months.
Okay, now this time for since. Go to the since conjunction since. It's been under the ground.
For 50 years. Oh, it's been underground since one
Nine,
1970.
okay,
1970.
1970.
1970.
Okay, next one. I haven't lived.
I haven't lived in Tokyo since January.
Okay, I haven't lived in Tokyo since January. Okay, now it seems that you read this one properly with proper intonation and pronunciation. This time, teacher Mark will try to discuss to you why we use for and why we use since. Okay, for this first two sentences, we use for because we are talking about the length of time. Like it is, I mean, the first sentence it emphasizes 50 years, okay? 50 long years. It talks about a length of time. That's why we use for. On the other hand, I live in Osaka for 3 months. We use for here because we are referring to the length of time, which is how many months?
3 months.
3 months. Very good. Okay, for the third and fourth sentences, we use since for the third sentence because we are talking about the point in time, which is in the year what?
Year 90 something 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 something. 1970.
It is in the year 1970.
1970.
Very good. On the other hand, the last sentence we use since because still we are talking in the point of time, particularly in the month of what?
Particularly in the month of January.
January. Okay, this time to better understand the concept for and since in the present perfect tenses, I want you to create at least one sentence using the for and one sentence using the word since. Start with the for first. For. Try to create a sentence for that talks about length of time.
Um, for for 50 years, this time capsule have been underground.
Oh, very good. That's a good sentence. For 50 years, this time capsule have been underground. Okay, now for scenes. How about scenes?
Since 90 um, since 1970, the capsule have been underground.
Okay, very good. Since 1970, the capsule has been underground. Okay, this time, given this phrase, we have here, oh, it looks like Ma'am did it, one of our professors before. Okay, we have here a picture of a lady. What do you think the lady is doing here?
It is exploring the cave. I
Okay,
think
very good. She is exploring the cave. Okay, for this part, we have here sentences that describe about the lady in the picture. As you might observe, there are blanks, so meaning to say you need to satisfy the sentences with the correct present perfect tenses of the word, and of course through the use of conjunction for and since. Okay. Okay, for this part, I want you to read this one first, and then afterwards, satisfy the sentence by completing this one using the perfect present. I mean the present perfect tenses of the verb. We have here the verb in the parentheses. First one is be, second one is look, third one is talk, next one is love, next one is visit, and the last one is visit. Okay, for this part, I want you to read this one. There have been, can you read?
they have they have been There have been
Picture.
pictures and symbols on this cave wall since more than 30,000 years. What do they mean? Since for a long
Or
time, people look at them and talk
has been look one more time.
has been looking at them and talked about the picture and the stories. But Genevieve von Pesinger want to know they want to know more about the symbols on the wall, not the pictures. She loved history since she was a child. She visited many caves in Europe since since 2010. Now she has found a very interesting fact. The same 32 symbols are in the many caves. Uh, Genevieve wants to understand this symbol as they a message from the people from the past.
Okay, now this time this is Genevieve von Petzinger, a National Geographic explorer. Now this one is a National Geographic explorer. So meaning to say, she explores a cave, meaning a cave with symbols on it, written as symbols on the stone, because she wants to understand if there is a message from the people of the past. What are they want to imply? What are the messages all about? That's why this girl, she wants to explore the cave in, I think this one is somewhere in America or somewhere in Russia. I'm not really
Europe
particular with the, yeah, Europe. Okay, yeah, Europe. Okay, but anyways, before we proceed with the second part of our discussion, it seems that you forgot to use the present perfect tenses of the verb. For you to be able to understand more, Teacher Mark will try to read this one with the correct answers, okay? Okay. Okay, now this time I want to read this one. Just listen carefully, okay? Hello, can you hear me still?
yes, I can hear you well.
Okay, that's good. Okay. There have been pictures and symbol. Instead of be, try to use have been. That's the perfect present of the verb. Okay. One more time. There have been pictures and symbols. Why have? Because we are referring to pictures and symbols. So, since there is an S that is in a plural form. That's why we use have. But then if the word without s, meaning to say if the word is picture only, meaning to say we can use has. Okay. But then the picture when the word has an s, meaning to say they are in plural form, so that's why we use have. Okay, there have been pictures and symbols in the caves see for more than 30,000 years. Okay, why we use for again? Because we are referring to length of time, okay? More than
Okay.
30,000 years, mean to say 30,000 years. Okay, what do they mean? Okay, for since a long time, people people have been looking at them and talk about the pictures and their stories. But Genevieve von Pitzinger wants to know more about the symbols on the walls, not the pictures. She has been in love. She has been in love in history since she was a child. Okay.
Okay. I can hear you.
Oh, I am so sorry. How about this one? Can you hear Teacher Mark?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, very good. Again, going back, we use here the word since because we are referring to or we're talking to the length of time. Now she has found a very interesting fact. The same 32 symbols, sorry, the same 32 symbols are in many caves. Genevieve wants to understand these symbols. Are they a message from the people of the past? Now, let me ask you, Ken, based on the pictures, we have here different symbols, right? Okay,
I,
based on your interpretation, based on your understanding, what do you think what do you think this symbol meaning to you? What do you think the symbol means to you?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't understand this one?
Nope, I do not understand.
Okay, very good. Let's just try to skip this one. Even teacher Mark, I don't understand. It's just some sort of lines, X boxes or whatsoever. I don't understand that one. Okay, going back here in the third part of our discussion, we have here a chant. Okay, for this chant, instead of singing this one, let's just try to read, and then afterwards, teacher Mark will try to read it again, so that so that you would know how to pronounce the words and the sentences correctly. Okay. Okay, for the first part, I want you to read the title of the chant, My Grandpa's Time Capsule.
Okay.
Okay, can you read that one? My Grandpa's Time Capsule. Hello, Ken. Can you hear Teacher Mark?
I hear you. My grandpa
Oh.
time capsule. There's a time capsule in our yard. It's been there since 1961. My grandpa Anders buried it when he was very young. He put his favorite things inside: some books, a pop, and a purple hat, some postcards, and some photos, and a picture of his cat, a pair of socks, a dictionary, a pencil, and some toys. Um, all these were presents for the future girls and boys. Now he wants to open it and share his memories, but he has a little problem. He's forgotten where it is. Can you go down? I can see the other part. Okay.
The-
Uh, we have dug 100 holes now. We have all tried to guess. We have looked and looked and looked some more. Our yard is such a mess. So when you make your time capsule full of memories, make a note and jot a map. Don't forget where it is.
Okay, now this time Teacher Mark will try to read it again so that you would know how to pronounce the words correctly, okay? Okay, very good, Ken. It seems that before I proceed, I can say that you are really good in the English language, okay? But there are
Okay.
still some mispronounced words, but do not worry, Teacher Mark will try to help you with that one. Also, for your sentence structure, it seems that you are doing good in constructing your own sentences without the guide of the teacher. Also, for your comprehension, it seems that you are really good in comprehension. While reading the context or while reading the paragraph, it seems that you are really good in comprehension because you can answer the questions of the teacher. While I'm asking you, it seems that you can answer it directly. Good job for that. Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
for this part, yes, very good. Oh, while I'm talking too fast, it seems that you can understand teacher Mark, right?
Yes, I can understand.
Yes, because you know what? Ken. Ken is your English name. Am I correct?
Yes, Ken is my English name.
What's your Vietnamese name again? What was that?
Is about
Bao. Bao.
Ow.
Okay. A- Actually, Ken, okay, now let me tell you this one. Okay, before I proceed reading this part, actually, Ken, I have um out of 8 students here in MetaTalk, it seems that you are one of the best. I could say that two of you here in my class, you are the best. One is he is what? How old are you again?
Uh,
10 years old.
10 years old.
Okay, 10 years old. Also, I have a student. His name also is Bao, same with you, but his English name is Louis. Okay, he is
What?
Louis, and I have also a student named Bao. His name is Bao. He is also 10 years old, and his English name is Louis. Both of you are really good. I could say that you are really good. The way you pronounce the word and the way you construct your sentences and the way you comprehend, you are really good. Because here, our target is these three areas: the pronunciation, the listening skills, the ability to construct sentences, and the ability to comprehend what you have read. And all of those areas, it seems that you target that one. Okay. And I hope along the way, I can be able to render my service in order for you to understand the language better. Okay. Oh, by the way, I asked this one to Bao, to Louis, one of my students. I asked this one, his favorite subject is English. That's why he's good in English. And also his favorite subject is math and English. How about you? Did I
So math,
ask this one before?
so math and English.
Yes, his favorite subject is math and English. Or math and English. How about you? What's your favorite
And
subject?
mine is also math and English.
Oh, wow. So meaning to say you like numbers also. Am I correct? Okay, by the way, Ken, how many years are you here in MetaTalk?
I like not a year.
Not a year. How many months?
I don't know.
Okay, you met a lot of teachers before, or this is your first time meeting a teacher?
So I have like one teacher that teach long, and I tried like 3 more teachers, and I
Meaning to
like,
say,
and so
huh?
she can't teach like that at that time anymore. So
And then afterwards, what happened?
teachers that time, so I need a new teacher.
That's why you chose Teacher Mark. Am I correct? You choose personally Teacher Mark, or your parents choose Teacher Mark?
I choose my parent let me choose.
Okay. Your parents let you choose your who is your teacher. Am I correct? Okay, now, okay, this one. Out of many teachers, why you choose Teacher Mark?
Because I like you.
Uh-huh. What else?
Uh, I
I
really
think
like you. I
I
like you more.
think I'm new here. I'm new in the platform, and I think for almost I think we met for almost thrice already. Last week and this week. I could say that you are good, and I hope along the way um I can be your teacher. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm just hoping for that. By the way, in every end of our discussion, do you learn something?
I learned about time capsules more.
Uh-huh. Okay. How about are you happy while while having a class with teacher Mark?
Happy.
You know what, Ken? As much as I can, I'm trying my best to catch the attention of the student. But in your end, since you are really good and since you can understand the language, I don't need to extend more effort and to extend more energy for you to be able to understand the concept. It's because you can understand me. And I really thank you for that, for choosing me as your teacher. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, do not worry if you have, by the way, if you have some confusion, if you have some questions with regards to the discussion, do not hesitate to ask Teacher Mark, okay? Just keep raising your hand. Just keep raising your hand, or you can chat it on our chat box if you have some concerns, okay?
Okay.
Especially if there are some words that you don't understand, do not hesitate to chat me on our chat box. Message me on our chat box, okay?
Okay.
You can say, Teacher Mark, I don't understand this concept or this word. Would you mind to elaborate more like that or like this? Okay?
Okay.
By the way, Ken, are you living in Hanoi? Are you in the center city of Hanoi in
I'm
Vietnam?
living in Hanoi.
Oh, so meaning to say you're living in a building. Am I correct?
Yes, I'm living in a building.
You're living in a building. Okay, that's nice. Okay. By the way, I hope we still have 4 minutes. My instruction was to render this 45-minute class. And I think I just like talking to you because you seem to, catch up easily since you're good in the language. And I hope if you have some questions with regards to our discussion, or if you have some questions personally to Teacher Mark, you can try to ask that one. Okay?
I,
Okay. Right now, what are you doing right now? After with our discussion, by the way, after with our discussion, what will you do?
I will play with my brother.
Oh, you have a younger brother?
At night, you also asked that last lesson.
Oh,
Because
I am so sorry. I asked that one.
he's downstairs playing, and 9 o'clock he's going up, so I can play with him.
Okay. I am so sorry. I asked that one yesterday already. Am I correct? I'm sorry, Ken. I forgot that one. What was his name again?
And
Ben.
Ben.
Okay. That's good. Aside from that, by the way, it seems that you like playing online games. Am I correct?
Yes, I play online games with my friends.
You play online games with your friends. That's nice. Okay, for this part, Mom Ngat and Sir Bernie, they keep on chatting me that it's already time, but do not worry, I will try to finish this one. We still have 2 minutes to render. Okay,
Okay.
for this part, I hope you enjoyed and I hope you understand the concept that we are talking here. By the way, before we end, did you enjoy and did you learn this one? Did you enjoy our discussion for today?
Yes, I enjoy our discussion for today.
Okay. I hope you enjoyed because I'm looking forward to have more discussions with you, Ken. Okay?
I
Okay. Do not worry. I will try my best to give you the best service in understanding the English language. Okay? Okay. Also, since you are really good in the language, we will be focusing more on the grammar parts, on how we're going to use the nouns, verbs, pronouns, the figure of speeches. Okay?
okay.
Okay. For the meantime, enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you so much for coming to my class, and I will
Okay.
try. Teacher Mark will try to see you next time around. Okay?
Bye.
Okay. Bye bye for now, Ken. Enjoy the rest of the night. See you.
See you.
Okay, bye bye.